What's going on, guys? Bank Rubber Games here with more ADACA Zone Patrol. And last episode, when we left off, it was a really cool episode. We carried on with quite a few quest steps and progressed quite a lot of quests as part of the Zone Patrol mode. We also found some very mysterious areas and have seen some pretty cool stuff. So I definitely recommend going back and watching last episode if you haven't seen it. We also started exploring this area of Blue Caverns. So if you watch last episode, it'll keep you up to date with where we are in this guide and make it easier for you to follow. But this episode we're just going to be carrying on exploring this area because there's quite a lot more stuff for us to see here. So if you haven't guessed, there is an artifact up here for us. This is close to a very interesting area we'll be visiting quite soon. Now we just need to follow this wall round, heading west. See this ominous orange glow here, and I did point this out last episode because we can see it from the watchtower. It's where the binoculars were pointing to. There's like a flare or something up there. Burning. Well, if we make our way in to this little cavern. Very creepy. Like this thing, whatever it was, it seems to be asking us to go somewhere and free it. But I'm not entirely sure if that's such a good idea. Haven't got anything in our journal. But it does say find the vault and free us. And you might have seen some mentioning of a vault system or a vault complex on one of the blue system terminals. So this is over by where the cardinal was that we took out in the Blue Caverns. Not sure where we're getting shot at from. So you follow this path round. You can also come straight here from the watchtower. There is an artifact. In that train car. So for now we're going to be carrying on with our Cardinal Hunt mission. And we're going to head back into the catacombs through Junction 6 and up to Necropol. But we're going to be doing a couple of things along the way. Hopefully without falling off the edge again. Actually made me jump a little bit, that did. But the easiest way to get over to the catacombs from here is come to this very big elevator, very long elevator. We can take it up and it will take us straight to the exit for the catacombs. There is one anomaly that we haven't seen so far that I'm very grateful for, because it can make your life very, very difficult. Like I said, we are heading to Necropol, but we are going to do some things along the way. So if we just follow this black and yellow cable after leaving the blue caverns, and then make our way down to the waterway. Some ammo here in this room. Make our way to this sort of crossroad intersection, looking out for this blue big tank thing here. See volts 1 to 9. And that is where we got an entry from the creepy doll thing to visit. And this is an area that is marked on the blue systems computer. In one of the entries it does mention this vault area. There's quite a lot of these gas anomalies along with this tar that will do like a lot of damage to you. Now these fire anomalies are quite annoying, but if you fire at them they'll be deactivated for a split second and you can make your way through unscathed. And hidden in these shipping containers there is an artifact along with a med kit if you need it. Now you can dodge round the gas vents, but you can also shoot them as well. This vault section, there is an artifact hidden underneath here. Beware, for here we guard our most precious failures. Very ominous. Really freaked me out the first time I was here. see there's someone down here. Not sure how they got here though. Got a little bit of their arm sticking out there. Very freaky area. But the objective is to get into Vault 8. Very clear directions as to where to go, if a little bit creepy. And in here, there is something else. Looks like another artifact. I heard some footsteps here, unless they were just my own. Yeah, again, I haven't found anything to do with this, so I think it's just a point of interest, really. So yeah, if you know anything, if you can do anything with this item in Vault 7, let me know down in the comments below, and then I can include it as part of this guide. Doesn't look like there's anything in Vault 9 for us. But making our way back, we don't need to worry about dodging all the gas vents, because you can just run along the top of the containers. Make it much easier for you. But for now, we're just going to make our way back to Junction 6. We're just going the way we came, making our way back up. And pretty much exactly where we came from. 3 symbols on the wall here, top one being Junction 6. Then we'll make our way over to Necropol from here to take out the second cardinal. In. Take out this sniper wielding enemy up here. And the easiest way to make it down to the K102 facility, I guess, where the second cardinal is just make our way down to the shop. Going to go into the shop as well and pick up another upgrade for our character. That being the power pack, and this slowly recharges our shield over time. As you can see there, it does only charge it partially, but it just makes things a lot easier to survive. Other than that, I don't really recommend buying a heavy SMG, maybe the flamethrower, the RPG to take out tougher targets, maybe the crossbow as well, because you can retrieve your crossbow ammo, but we're not going to worry about that for now. And if you are worried about getting all the items in all the shops, there is a way that we can farm artifacts later on, because there isn't, at the moment, there isn't a way to get enough to purchase everything just by the ones that you scavenge and the missions you can do. But like I said, we will be able to farm them later on relatively reliably. So we make our way to the K102 facility. And this is where the Cardinal is interacting with. And mentioning of Lab 28. Yeah, Vaults 1 to 9. You can see it's mentioned on this system's map. So if you are struggling to find it, that's how you can tell that it's in the catacombs. Looks like the Cardinal's interested in going for a walk. See if we can take them out. Another mission pointing us in the direction of the power plant. But before we go that way, we've got to find a dungeon within Necropol. So if we come up to this higher area and enter the building where we found Riley, the free scrapper scout we got sent to track down using the geo markers. So that's the half of the building where Riley is in. He's up in the top there. But on the other half of the same building, we come down these stairs. Here's our first, like, secret dungeon area, I guess. If you notice on these terminals now, they've activated again and showing us somewhere else. And I thought they were pointing us in the direction of the radar dish parts. It's showing a shipping container in warehouse 27, which is where the radar dish parts were. But that's not the case, but don't worry, we will come back to this later on. Very cool location. Very creepy location as well. I'm not sure what level of security clearance is required to open this door, but I've made sure to show off where to get all 3 security cards before making our way over here, so there's no issues with exploring this dungeon fully and getting everything. And it is a little bit of a maze, this area, but it's not actually too complicated. New type of anomalous enemy we haven't seen before. Very freaky. Looks like something absolutely tore through this area though. Here we're seeing this symbol again, so that does mean that we need to activate our goggles. And if you haven't purchased the goggles already from Rook, I think it is we bought them from. Actually, no, it wasn't. It was the vendor in Necropol we bought them from, if I remember correctly. There is somewhere I'll show off later on where you can get them without purchasing them. But yeah, it gives you a clue here. Archive near the exit and medical in the east wing. So if we go back towards the exit, another type of enemy we haven't seen so far. Wasn't expecting to bump into one of these down here, but there is the exit. First archive we come across is 02. Medical in the east wing 33. Now we can make our way back to that lab. It might seem like we can't get in there. So if we just come down to the end of the corridor, just make our way through here. And then there is normally an artifact just here. It does seem to, I don't know why, launched. Yeah, normally that artifact is around here somewhere, but it seems to have launched itself somehow. Yeah, we enter the code 0233. That allows us to open that door. If we head our way, make our way down here, see this growth that we've seen mentioned on a couple of terminals that look like the Conflux have written, talking about a growth underneath Necropol and it being their mission to eradicate it. Now, as far as I'm aware, there isn't anything else to do here. It's just a point of interest. I don't know what these are because nothing that I've done around the other areas of the zone seems to have affected these monitors up here, and they always seem to have this one in green, this one in green, and these three with the exclamation points. And I haven't been able to find anything else online about this area as well. So let me know down in the comments if you know anything else related to this. I think it is just a point of interest from the Conflux entries we've seen on some of the terminals. Symbol again, telling you to use your goggles. Now we are just going to ignore the enemies and make our way back to the exit. First time running into some spiders. Overall quite a short dungeon, but very, very cool. And like I said, let me know down in the comments if you know any other information that might let us get some more out of that area. And if I remember correctly, as far as I'm aware, that is every point of interest within Necropol. I can't remember there being anything else, and I've had a good explore of the area and I haven't found anything else. Not of note anyway. Sniper rifle up on the crane there. That is making me wonder if I can get up onto that crane, because I don't think I've tried that yet. This is just the other half of the hospital. See, I haven't actually been up the crane. Kind of ironic. I know I did say I did have a good explore of the area, but obviously we all miss things. I'm not sure where. Doesn't look like there's anything else for us to do here. I was trying to slide down the ladder there, but it doesn't look like it'll let us. Like I said, I have had a good explore of Necropol, but it's probably the area I've spent the least amount of time. So if you know of anything that I have missed in the area, please let me know down in the comments. But for now, carrying on with the guide, we are just going to make our way into Bravo 2, next to Necropol. And that's good timing as well, because that is a noise that we do not want to be hearing. And this is another anomaly that can occur occasionally. You have a freak weather event. You should be safe from it if you are inside, and you can just travel to another zone and come back if you don't want to be attacked by the lightning. But the entrance to Bravo 2 is just where that sniper enemy spawns every time you come into Necropol. See this police blockade here, and I think there is a police symbol on the map as well, which gives you a bit of a warning as to what we're going to be running into. But looking at how long this episode has been, I know it's an ever so slightly shorter episode. I think here's a pretty good place to wrap it up, and we'll start it off by heading into Bravo 2 and taking on the threat that's there, with the police force that's stationed there. And then we're going to be heading into another new area as well, which is very vast and got a lot of secrets to it as well. And should hopefully run into a couple more anomalies as well that I want to show off as part of the Zone Patrol guide. But overall, I think this episode's gone quite well, being quite productive, and I'm glad to get Necropol finished as far as I'm aware. So I hope I've managed to show everything off clearly for you guys. But if not, feel free to let me know down in the comments below. If you have any questions or there's anything you're struggling with, and I'll do my best to help you down there. Also, if there's anything you think I've missed, let me know down in the comments below as well. That way I can include it as part of this guide. But overall, I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode and been enjoying the series so far, and hopefully found it useful as well. If you have enjoyed the series so far and been finding it useful, make sure to like and subscribe for more, and then that way you won't miss out on the rest of this guide. But thanks again for watching. I always appreciate having you guys here, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode.